They keep cutting me off, so I just got cut off live. I probably said something, but whatever. I'm about to show y'all how to roll these. The last thing I left off on was showing y'all how to basically just break down the Thai basil. I'm almost done with this, and then we can get to the part of actually showing you how to set up and roll the spring rolls. This is really easy. You will follow the same technique. If you watch my Do It for the Culture series, I showed you how to do the chiffonade and how to slice it and all that kind of stuff. But the point was, this is not the chiffonade. You just roll it. It's a certain way to roll it or whatever. So I'm going to show y'all how to do this. I don't know why they keep cutting me off. They doing the same thing that TikTok is doing. So it had to be something I said to y'all. But whatever. We're going to, I'm almost done. All of these are good, so pull this off. And I was able to do the landscape one. Both of them should be up, so y'all could go back and play it. I wish they stopped playing with me, but apparently not. So these are all the ones we're not going to use. So this is the basil. I'm just going to sit this to the side. The next thing that we're going to prep is the lettuce. This is the butter lettuce, and all I do, if you do not know how this looks, let me show you how this looks. It comes like this. This is how the lettuce comes. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see this. That's probably better. Yeah, that's better. My phone is okay. I need to push it up. There you go. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. But this is what the lettuce looks like. So all you want to do with the lettuce, nothing too fancy, just break it. Just break it up. This is still draining, so I'm gonna put it on a smaller cutting board. So the pieces, you want to make sure you don't get any of the stems, not the stems, the core. But the way that you peel this lettuce off is the way that it falls. Like, this is not the lettuce you want to roll, cut. No, you just peel it off. Especially when you're making spring rolls. You just peel it off like this. Sit them on top. Dry it out a little bit more. These been drying for a minute, but I still see some water trapped in. And I promise we're about to get to the rolling part, because I know some people is only on here to see it, certain stuff, but I don't even know if people can see this. Hopefully y'all can, because I'm not doing this again. This is why I haven't uploaded videos to YouTube, because I want to record. The videos that I have is not with the equipment. Like, never had a camera. I was using my phone. And the equipment that I have, I want to record it with that. So I haven't uploaded any videos, but I'll be uploading them soon. Because I have re-recorded a lot of stuff. And that is the holdup. That is literally the holdup for everybody that's asking me. I have a lot of content that's coming. So all I'm doing is, I don't want that. This is why I'm going around this. You want to get everything as much. I like a lot of this lettuce. This is why I'm telling y'all not to use regular lettuce. Please go get the butter lettuce. You won't be disappointed. And the only reason why I'm telling you to take this off is because when you roll it, it can break the rice paper. So that's it. So now, I just always use Bounty. I'm not sponsored by Bounty, but it does pick up all the water. I have paper towel that leave back pieces and stuff, and I don't like that. So if you don't know, this is why I'm always using Bounty paper towel. So I use that for the surface. I'm gonna grab some more just to pat the actual lettuce down. The only thing that you need to cook if you're doing it with the rice is that you don't need to cook it for about 6 minutes, and then you turn it off and you leave it in there. And this is so it doesn't stick or whatever, because that cannot overcook. So basically, I'm just getting all the water out of this. Wasn't that much water, as you can see, but it's enough to where I don't want it in there. It can have water definitely, because you want it to, basic water is what sticks it. You don't have to add anything else. So basically, what I'm about to do is I'm about to roll it. A lot of people are scared or think that they're gonna mess it up. If you use regular lettuce, you will mess it up. That's a fact. You will mess it up. So I wish it was up a little bit more. Maybe I should turn it. No, it won't let me turn it. Okay, so I'm gonna use the ones that I had left before I open that new pack. So this is what the rice paper looks like. This is what the rice paper looks like. When you roll it, you want to make sure that this side is facing up, not down. This is the flat side, and this is the side that has the grooves on it. So all you do, you can see this back here. You move this to the front. All you do is take the rice paper. Take the rice paper. This is the pot. This is why I did not want to do this way. But everybody keep telling me to do this way. But you want to take this and you want to soak it in the water. You want to dip it in. You want to turn it. Dip it in and turn. They have a little device and it stands up, but I don't have that. Like, I have this. You want to let it sit for like 5 seconds or whatever. And then you flip it. Move this out the way. So after you flip it, you take it out. And you make sure that the side with the grooves is facing up. Okay. At this point, now you just want to build it. So I'm doing the lettuce. You guys can't see this, but I can. So I'm building the lettuce, putting the lettuce on here. I like a lot of lettuce. Yeah, I'm about to say, why did you put so much lettuce? I like a lot of lettuce. Again, and this one only has shrimp. So this is going to be a shrimp one. And if you can keep the shape of it, keep the shape of it. If you cannot, then don't worry about it. But if you notice, you want to lay these at the bottom this way so it can show at the bottom. But yeah, you want to lay them that way just because it's going to show. Like, it's going to show. And I cut that piece up, so you flip it. Same way with spinach, when you cook it, it's the same way that lettuce will do with this right here. It'll look like it's not a lot when you didn't. So that's what I'm telling you, like, put more than what you would usually put. And trust me. And that's why some of people's are big and some are small, because they're not putting enough lettuce in it. This looks like a lot of lettuce. Trust me, it's not. Then you're going to take some basil. Put the basil on top. I like a lot of basil too. So we're going to put this on top like this. I'm hoping y'all can see this, what I'm doing, because it wouldn't let me flip the landscape. Just gonna put the basil on here like this. That's enough for me. Then we're gonna take the carrots. So the carrots goes as a border right here. I like a good amount of carrots too, but keep in mind what this is. You do want to make sure everything is pushed up, not like mine, pushed in like this. And then we're gonna, the shrimp gets laid in front of the carrots and they lay face down, like face down. So I'm gonna pull the tails off and they lay face down like this. Turn it this way. So they're gonna lay face down just like this, push them up. Anything can go on top of them, but the shrimp needs to lay face down if you wanna have them look like I'm about to show you how they're supposed to look. Now, I normally put two on top of each other just because how thin these are. Just like this, and then now we roll it. Before I roll it, I always wet my fingertips because I don't want it to stick. So basically, you want to make sure that all the lettuce and the Thai basil is in, and then you want to start to roll it. When you roll it, you want to cuff it. You want to make sure you're rolling and cuffing it. That's what they mean by cuffing it. Is where my pinky is at, you're going to cuff it there. So cuff it. And then right when you get to the middle, you want to fold it up this way. Fold the other side the same way. And then you're going to keep cuffing it and rolling it. Just keep cuffing it and rolling it. When you get to where the shrimp is at, you want to make sure that everything right here is tucked in. So just keep tucking it and rolling it, tucking it and rolling it, tucking it and rolling it. At this point, you're done. So if you do it right, it should look like this. If it is done right, it should look exactly like this. Okay, this is what that is. These are the spring rolls. This is all what that is. So I usually just set this to the side. Show y'all one more time. You do want to move quickly because you don't want these to dry out, and you just want to wrap these in plastic wrap. I'm gonna show you how to do that. We're gonna take another one of these. We're gonna, you can see me back here. It's where I'm at, and you're just gonna dip it in quarters until you get it all. You can push it down. If you have a big enough pot, like this is almost resembles the rice paper. If you have a big enough pot, you don't have to do what I did, but I just like to turn it. Because the actual device, you turn it. You just turn it, so. You flip it. If you have the device, you do not have to flip it. So now. And actually, because mine are like gonna be bigger, what I'm about to do is I'm gonna roll this again in here. I'll roll it again. Just give it a couple seconds, and all I'm gonna do is roll it up again. Like that's literally all I'm gonna do. Is roll it up again, roll the sides in, and that's it. You don't have to do what I'm doing. I didn't want to confuse y'all, but I like to roll it up twice and then just set it to the side. So basically like double rolling it is basically what I like to do. All right, so I'm taking another one. I did this, I'm gonna do another shrimp one, and then I'm gonna do, well actually, I'm gonna do the rice one so y'all can see the rice one. By the time you get done building the spring roll, it'll be easier for you to roll. Because I know a lot of people have a hard time with rolling them. Because they either break or they crack. If they break or they crack, you can still eat it. But if you don't want to, just don't throw it away. You don't have to throw it away. Alright, so now we're going to do the one with the pasta. I keep saying pasta. The rice noodles. So right now, just make sure you are laying it the right way with the grooves part pointing upward. That is important. And some people experience it tearing because they're not laying it the right way. So again, we're going to take these to make it look pretty. Make sure that you lay these face down just so you can see it. But it really doesn't matter. You're going to eat it anyways. But this is just a technique I'm just trying to show y'all. It's just to lay it down. And the only reason why I doubled this wrapper, usually when I use the white ones, I don't have to do that. But with these, for some reason, I have to. And this was like an emergency ones that I needed. And I had to double these because they were either broke or cracked or whatever. And the one that I had, most of them is cracked. So that's why I have to double them, because you might go to get them and they might be falling apart. So that's why I did that. But when I do the first ones that I showed y'all, I don't have to do that because it's coming straight from them. All right, so now we're gonna add the basil. The basil and then the carrots. Another thing with the carrots, if you are experiencing them tearing, make sure the carrots are laying flat. If they are laying like this and you roll it, it's gonna rip it. So make sure they lay this way, not this way. So this is why you just need to check what you're doing. And some people are in a rush when they do this. Like, I don't know why you guys rush and do stuff. It's not going anywhere. So just make sure they all are like that. So we're going to, in place of the shrimp, I'm going to use the egg. That makes sense. So we're going to use the egg in place of the shrimp. And I'm just going to put one right here and one right here overlapping the one, but make sure that it's tucked inside. Then I'm gonna take some of the vermicelli rice noodles. Doesn't matter, this can be broken up or however you want to do it. Make sure it's even though. These don't have to show. The only thing that needs to show is the protein. So we're gonna do that. These are really sticky. But do not add oil. Please do not add oil to that. I'm just wetting my fingertips so I can grab it easier. And I wonder if you can zoom in. Let me see something. Oh, you can. Okay. You can zoom in, but okay. So, alright, so now let's pick it up from the bottom. You do the same technique as that. You tuck it and you roll it. Tuck it and you roll it. Keep pushing them in. If the carrots fall out, push them in. Same technique, whatever. So now we're gonna bend the ends in, cuff them, cuff the ends, tuck it and roll it, tuck it and roll it. Keep going. There you go. And this is what this one looks like. So this one looks like this. And this is the point where I'm gonna, because I have this other brand, I'm gonna roll it in another spring roll. For the rest of them, I'm not gonna use these because I don't want all of them to be doubled like that. But I'm going to use the authentic kind, because this is, I think I got this from Kroger. Did I get these? No, I got those from GFS. They do the job, but you do have to double roll it. So this is what this one looks like, and I am going to show you guys with the other one. A couple more shrimp ones. So I'm gonna use these next. Trying to make sure this doesn't crack. Okay. So all I'm gonna do is roll these back up. All right, so what I'm gonna do with these, so basically all I do is take some plastic wrap and I roll it the same way that I rolled it, and this is how you can have it sit in the refrigerator. So when I package it, this is what, when I package it, I'm just packaging them wrapped individually in here. So this is how I'm gonna do this one. And then the next one. And then I just sit these in the refrigerator until it is time for me to prep them or take them. So this one, I'm just opening up the pack. If I can get it open. I forgot how hard it is to open these. I got the reclosable one, and it is extremely hard to open. I usually get this. Oh no, I usually get the one that's in the pack. That's why. Okay, so I'm gonna take one of these. We dip it in there, and then so I'm gonna do the shrimp one again. Take the little things off, tails off. They give you a lot of shrimp in that package. That's why I like to go there now for stuff. Like other stuff, I was usually just going there to get certain stuff, but now I just go there basically for everything. I'm gonna put most of this in here. Sure that the grooves is pointing up, and then you start to do. I don't know why I didn't just bring this towards me. And then I'm gonna just put the basil on top. If you want to shred the basil, you can, if that makes you feel better, but I don't like to do that. So I just like the whole pieces on here. I just like to put the whole pieces and just call it a day. All right, and then you do want to follow the technique of putting the carrots in front of the lettuce, just don't put the shrimp in front of the carrots, like the back way. You don't want to do that because it's just going to be a bigger mess. Like, and that's when you're going to experience these things ripping and stuff. And again, make sure that the carrots are all lined up the same way. If you just want to cut the carrots and not shred them, you can. They usually put cucumbers in here, but I don't really like cucumbers in this. Just like the basic stuff. And that's like my basic stuff is like just the carrots. I like carrots more than I like cucumbers, so that's why I do that. All right, and then if you wanted to, you can put the rice noodles on top of here, but I don't like that, so I'm not about to do that. So again, wet your fingers so they don't stick, and then you just start to roll. But at this point, I guess to explain more, when you flip it, this part needs to be tucked. Everything above here needs to be tucked. Make sure you're tucking everything. And then as soon as you get to the middle, that's when you want to fold, and then tuck. And then that's it for this one. And now I'm just gonna do one more for the rice noodles and the egg. I'm doing a dozen of these because it's 2 for 6 days. So it'll be a dozen of these that I'm doing. I already did 4. So I have to do 6 more, I think. Now I gotta do, how many did I just do? 1, oh shit, 1. I gotta do 8 more, which is fine because it's not gonna take me long to do them. I'm only going it slow because I'm on camera and trying to explain it at the same time. But you'll see the difference with these is how you don't have to, I don't have to wrap them twice. And why I don't have to wrap them twice is just certain stuff I'd rather just go to the actual market and get because it's better. And if you ever had these with regular lettuce, that's probably why you don't like them. That's probably, if not the main reason why you don't like them. Or if it didn't have the Thai basil, or if the peanut sauce was made wrong. There's so much, so many reasons why. Basil. Same thing with the basil, you just want to make sure there's no stems. If it is, it will rip. And if it does rip, you're not gonna like it. We put the, now we're gonna do the carrots next. Then we're gonna do the egg. Now we're gonna grab some of the noodles. They are supposed to stick again. I know some people is probably not gonna want to deal with this because they're sticking. They are supposed to. They are supposed to. All right, so. I'm gonna roll it again, and then that'll be it for this video. All right, so just to make sure, again, just make sure you are tucking it and you're rolling it. As soon as you get to halfway, cuff the ends, keep rolling it. And there you go. So we did 2 and 2. Did we do 2 and 2? Yeah, we did 2 and 2. I just did the egg because I needed protein and I didn't want to just eat the shrimp one. So these are the 2. And that is it.